Well, good. Now we can see what all the fuss has been about. Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer, everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. The infamous August 2022 traffic stop in Moscow, Idaho, where Latah County pulled over Bryan Kohberger and he got a ticket. Now, I have been asking for this for a while. I did not get this via FOIA. We are going to be watching this from Anjanette Levy, releasing it over on her YouTube channel. But you guys have seen the videos where I have tried to get this. I've tried before they announced that it was now some sort of like public document. Tried again after Jennings made that little slip up and was denied twice because it was part of this case. Now that the gag order has been lifted, I've asked for it again, but I have not gotten it. Slightly annoyed. Now, one of the biggest issues when it's come to this traffic stop is the fact that the state, the prosecuting agency, when they submitted this as 404B evidence, per the way that the Idaho code is laid out, they have to put in also their intention. There has to be a label behind the evidence. When this was done, they literally stated in the documents pertaining to this 404B evidence that this was being submitted for identification purposes only for four things: that he is Bryan Kohberger, the address in which he lives, the car that he is driving, and his phone number that was taken during the traffic stop. Those are the four identifying reasons that they decided to place this in the evidence. The reason why it became an issue is because if you look at the rules, which we did here on this channel, I did a video going over this already. When you look at the rules, it says that if the state is planning to produce this, planning to introduce this when it comes to evidence, and it's supposed to be to show premeditation, planning, stalking, surveillance, any of those things, it has to be addressed as such. They never did. Again, to show he was Bryan, to show his address, to show that he had a white Hyundai Elantra, and to show his phone number per the state's own documents. When the Judge Hippler, came out and wrote an order for all of those motions where the statistical analysis and the text messages and the 911 call, that's this group of this information, okay? When he was writing his orders on those motions, he put that this was proof that he was stalking, proof of some sort of premeditation. He gave it a label. He gave it a responsibility. He gave it a weight that the prosecuting agency was not giving it. And no one has ever told him anything. No one has ever made him redo his order to where it reflected the truth of why this was actually submitted. It's just been allowed to stay there in all of its incorrectness for some reason. But now that this is out, let me stop talking and let's get to the video. Okay, right off the bat, I do find it a little odd that there's no timestamp on the screen. Like the time on his dash, I think it says 23:38, maybe. But there's no timestamp on the screen, which is strange a bit. Ooh, that first beep is loud. Mickey D's. O'Reilly's?
Like top 3 China traffic.
Purple gas station. See if I can hear everything.
Pullman and Farm with Pennsylvania. Lincoln Frank Zebra 8649.
Okay, so I think it says 23:37. Go back. Hey, go back.
Lincoln.
Yeah, the time is 23:37, so it's 11:37 p.m.
Frank Zebra 8649.
Okay. His car looks clean. I mean, it looked dirty as hell on the traffic stops in Indiana because they were driving through like snow and it was a road trip. So for it to have been like hella dirty when he got pulled over with his dad, that made sense to me. So for him to have been cleaning the car when he got back to Pennsylvania makes sense to me. Because if we go back to the October traffic stop in Pullman, his car is immaculately clean. Everyone was talking about how clean it all looked. So to me, that's all tracking so far. Let's see how it looks today, because the outside looks clean.
Hey there.
Fresh shave. Okay.
I stopped you going a little fast.
Blue shirt. Late at night. Not wearing all black. Okay, was he on a date?
Realize this is 35?
Oh, it's 35?
It is, yeah. So you go.
Look how close his haircut is. So that's like his haircut normally is that close, which is sort of what they mentioned in the book from the hairstylist.
35?
It is, yeah. So you go.
41?
Yeah, 43 is what the radar said. Oh, yeah. Do you have your
For
license?
sure. See, I probably would have been sort of like, yeah, 41 and a 35, bro. I've always just sort of been taught my entire life that like there's an unspoken rule about like 9 miles over on like the highway. You can pretty much get away with like 9 miles over. Don't take that and run with it and be like, well, that chick on that YouTube channel said so. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But that's kind of how I drive on the highways. I've gotten one speeding ticket my entire 20 plus years of driving. This dude seems to get pulled over like every 5 seconds, which is wild.
Since the registration, insurance.
Okay, so he's got like, I guess those could be jeans, a bright blue shirt, water bottle. That looks like that could be one of those like pandemic masks over there on that side. His car looks clean. Yeah, his car looks clean.
Were you wearing your seatbelt when I stopped you?
No.
No.
He could have lied. I would have lied. Oh my God, I would have lied. He just got asked if he was wearing his seatbelt when he got pulled over. And he like giggled and was like, no. I would have lied, bro. I'm telling you right now, if you did not see me with no seatbelt, then yeah, I had my seatbelt on. What? I'd have lied. I don't give a damn.
That's no good.
The cop is like laughing like, wow, he actually was honest.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You guys are. There's absolutely no point in not being honest.
Yeah.
You have the radar.
Yeah.
The radar can't see
Yeah.
a seatbelt.
Okay.
So I would have been dishonest about the
Do you have
seatbelt.
like a vehicle registration slip or something like that? Okay.
But I give you my insurance.
Yeah, this is your insurance. That's good. Thing is, I'm on a overtime shift right now. One of the conditions is we have to enforce seatbelt laws, and so to write you a citation for that, it's 10.
So because he's working overtime, he has to give a seatbelt ticket? Is that what he said? That's odd.
$10 in Idaho. Not a huge deal, but
$10. Okay.
But yeah. Be right back.
What a cheap ticket. $10 freaking dollars. Holy wow. That's like not even worth the time that the cop takes to pull somebody over for that. It's blurred it all out, which is wild because for the Pullman one, they didn't blur none of this stuff out. You could see everything that she was typing. I'm surprised they blurred this. And Jeanette Levy's people, or her herself, might have blurred this. I'm still like waiting to see. If I don't get anything by the end of the day, or maybe by the end of tomorrow, I'll put in another FOIA, even though I put another one in after everything lifted. What did you just say what for? I'm trying to hear what it says in the background.
What?
I can't hear what happened before that to make him say what. I guess maybe he was trying to scan it. Oh, okay, I think I get it. I think he was trying to scan something so that he didn't have to type stuff in, and the scanning failed, so now he's having to type it.
Wait, Washington. Last name Kohberger.
King Ocean Henry, Boy Edward Robert, George Edward Robert, Percy Bryan, Boy Robert Young, Adam Noy. No, C.
Pennsylvania, valid 2024 and clear.
Everything clear.
Copy. I'll be busy site.
Okay.
All right, sir. Here's your license back. It's here. Just infraction citation. The only thing alleging failure to wear your seatbelt on the traffic stop.
So he pulled him. This is cracked out. He pulled him over for going 43 in a 35. According to him, his system told him he was going 41. Honestly, you have to like give or take like a mile or two. That's pretty, normal. So he pulled him over for speeding. Didn't physically actually see him without his seatbelt on. Asked him if he didn't have his seatbelt on whenever he pulled him over. He was honest and said, no, I didn't have my seatbelt on. So instead of giving him a ticket for the speeding that got him pulled over in the first place, he's going to give him a ticket for the seatbelt that he didn't actually physically see for himself, that he wouldn't have even known anything about if he wouldn't have asked. So if he wouldn't have known about the seatbelt, would he have even been getting a speeding ticket? Or would have this have just been like a warning because it was like such a low amount over the speed limit? Okay.
So the fine at that's $10. You do have the right to a hearing on this if you'd like one. If you'd like hearing, you need to request it before September 8th.
That's still just so insane to me, $10.
At 8:30. Otherwise, they'll automatically be entered against you. You'll lose the right to the hearing. You just wanted to pay it. The mailing address there, website right there.
Yeah, I just have a question about that. So in terms of when you get a speeding ticket that's obviously reported to your insurance, is that the same thing with the seatbelt?
I don't think so.
He's really low. Okay, so what he said was something about whenever you get a ticket for speeding, it gets reported to your insurance, but does the same thing basically happen whenever you get a ticket for a seatbelt? I mean, honestly, that's kind of a good question because I don't know the answer.
I think it's only moving violations that go to insurance, or things that might put points on your license. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Could I get a phone number from you?
Yeah, why?
We need to put it on the citation as it goes to the court.
Okay. I mean, so all he asked was, why do you need my number? I don't see a problem with that. I actually asked in one of my videos to like give me examples, like down in the bottom, in the comments, like, is this normal in your area for you to have to give them, cell phone number? I got one better. I got one even closer. Kara, Xana's mom, I've had conversations with several times in the past. I asked her specifically about this because she's from the area, and she said it's gone both ways. She'll get pulled over and get a ticket, and they'll ask for her phone number, or she'll get pulled over, get a ticket, and they don't ask for the phone number. She says she's had the same experience in the same vicinities. Either they do or they don't. So maybe it's more of a personal preference. But it's been up in the air, and it wasn't just her. Again, in the comments, it was a lot of people from the same areas, different areas, but same areas, saying, it really just all depends. I've gotten pulled over X amount of times. They've asked me for my number 3 times out of 5 or something like that. So I don't know. But, I mean, I probably would have asked why too, to be honest.
Just for future reference, I mean, I'm obviously an honest person, right? I told you I wasn't wearing my safety belt. When people lie to you about that, say I lied to you about that, right? Just for my own knowledge. Do you honestly go back and look at that, or do you just
with a seatbelt like this?
This is hard to hear because of the freaking cars. But he basically is trying to ask, like, what happens if I would have lied to you about the seatbelt?
Just for my own knowledge. Do you honestly go back and look at that?
Do you honestly go back and look at that?
Just for future reference.
Just for future reference. I'm obviously an honest person. I told you I wasn't wearing my safety belt. When people lie to you about that, say I lied to you about that with my own knowledge, do you honestly go back and look at that, or
with
just
a seatbelt like this?
you can't hear
check as I
nothing
was
else?
coming up, so that's why I asked you.
Usually?
I should. I noticed you weren't wearing it, and I'm on this emphasis. And like I said, I'm getting paid by ICD, and they want us to enforce the seatbelt law. So I was being more aware of that. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Have a good night.
Okay. I mean, is he going to say anything else? I mean, it's not like a bad question. He wrote him a ticket for something that the cop did not see himself. He pulled him over for speeding, did not give him a ticket for speeding, did not see him without his seatbelt, only knew Bryan wasn't wearing his seatbelt because Bryan told him, no, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. The cop never saw that, but gave him a ticket for that anyway. I mean, yeah, I probably would have been asking some questions because why are you giving me a ticket for something that you didn't see? Just because I was like, no, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. Honestly, that doesn't really work for me. So I don't have a problem with the way that this went down at all. Yeah, that's it. And I am keeping my thought on this. I don't see a problem. He got pulled over for so-say speeding whenever he was really only going like, 6 to 8 over. That's a joke. That's a freaking joke, okay? Then he gets a ticket for something that the cop only knows he needs a ticket for because he was honest and said, no, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. The cop never actually saw that he wasn't wearing his seatbelt. So yeah, I don't find anything wrong with this interaction. But again, the prosecuting agency had this in here for identification purposes only, not for premeditation or pre-planning or any sort of motive building or stalking or surveillance or whatever the bullshit lie was that Judge Hippler put in his order whenever he chose to do whatever he chose to do with all of those motions. Okay? Keep that in mind because the people over there in the comments are making a big deal about the fact that this was less than a mile away from King Road. And according to everything that the state has handed over, this doesn't show anything when it comes to them trying to prove one way or another about anything. This being under seal, me being denied this video multiple times, for what, broskies? For what? What is in this video that needed to be sealed and hid away? Absolutely nothing. There is maybe, 3 whole minutes of conversation between Kohberger and the cop. And all of it, he's being honest and being like, yeah, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. And yeah, this is the speed that I was going. The fact this was sealed just to cause chaos, it's bullshit. We know that it's bullshit. But let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And please don't forget to make sure that that notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.